What's up guys, Jerome here from the Bonsai Supply, and in today's video we're going to style this unusual ball cypress. So we're going to give its very first styling. So this cypress was collected in Central Florida about 2 years ago, just around this time of the year, and now it is a good time to go ahead and give this tree its very first styling. So after it was collected, it was left in this pot for about 2 years, and it was just allowed to freely grow to regain strength and vigor. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take it out of its pot. Now, it is not time to repot this tree. I'm just going to take it out of the pot so that I can rake down from the top just about an inch down to see what the root spread does, because that will help me to determine what exactly will be the front and how I'm going to style it. Now, you might notice this very unusual part here in the front. This could have been a second trunk of the tree, or perhaps even a knee that died off at a certain point of this tree's life. So this part we're definitely going to incorporate into today's design because I think it's going to add a lot to the design. So first I'm going to take it out, and for that I'm going to have to stand up because this tree is very tall. Cypress is a deciduous conifer, and they are best repotted, also safest, in early spring. Right when you see the new buds, when the tree starts to wake up, that's a really good time to go ahead and repot. Now in the winter time, it's a great time to go ahead and style the tree because all the water has been sucked back into the roots, so the branches are very, very flexible. So we can go ahead and wire this tree out today, but then repot in early spring. All right, so the first part, we're gonna take this tree out of its pot. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a rake and just start to rake from the base, just gently out. And as you can see, all the roots have accumulated down here, if you see in the pot. So that's probably where most of the moisture was while this tree was recovering. So it's really safe. As you can see, I'm not raking any roots away. And I just want to see what this tree does in terms of root flare. And that will help me determine what is going to be the front today and how we're going to style this tree. All right, so it looks like we have pretty much found the base of the tree. So there is not, I was hoping that there was going to be maybe a little more of a flare this side, but if we position the tree nicely and if we position the tree right, we can get away with that. So let me see. And as you see, I still didn't disturb any of the roots because this is just topsoil here. Alright, so I removed the top layer just to go down as far as I can, safely can. As you can see, the roots start here. Now, what I notice here right away is that the tree is leaning quite a lot to one side. So I'm going to go ahead and change the angle and just bring it up a little more. And I think the front should be somewhere in here. So what I look for here is, if you look at it from this angle, you see that it is kind of narrow here. But then we have this powerful base here on the side. So if I turn the tree just a little bit to the side, you still get to appreciate this powerful feature, and the tree gets wider. And then we're just going to use a little base just to prop the tree up into the right angle. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so I put in a little piece of wire to show you guys what I envision the front to be of this tree. I like that a lot. So I envision this to be the front, so I actually use a chopstick instead of a wire. So here, you still get to see this really powerful feature, and then the tree starts to spread at the bottom. And the reason why I did that is so that now that I have the angle in place, I can now go ahead and style this tree. Now, one thing that you'll notice right away is that the tree is very slender, and then it tapers up nicely to the top. And right on top here, where the apex used to be, we cut that down and we let a new apex take over. And this is going to heal over completely in about 1 year to 2 years time. Now, looking at this tree, I was thinking right away, the best space for this tree, or the best style for this tree, is to turn this into a flat style. Because it is very narrow and it has this powerful feature, I don't think that if we style it into like a Christmas tree type of look, that it would really enhance this feature. So I think if we remove the bottom branches and just focus on the top and turn it into that typical flat top ball cypress style, I think it will look very, very powerful. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. And first thing is that we're gonna remove all the branches that don't fit the style, such as these bottom branches. And so I'm gonna use my concave cutters, and I'm just gonna cut them right off at the base. Here we go. I have another one over here. Alright, so this is exactly the section that I look for when I first go ahead and remove all the unnecessary branches. So here we have 3 branches that come out of the exact same space. We have this one, that one, and this one right here. Now, the reason why I want to remove 2 of these branches is because this, if I left all of these branches, this would turn into a big fat knot, and I would have to remove this section at a later point. So we're going to go ahead and fix this today. So we have a very strong growing branch, we have an older branch, and a very young branch. So since this is the first styling, I'm going to keep the very vigorous and strong branch, and I'm going to remove the other 2. Alright, so as you can see, this side has turned out to be a little fuller than the opposite side, but that's okay because we're going to balance this out. As soon as the tree starts to grow again, we can keep it nicely trimmed here, and it will start to push out on the other side more. This top branch is going to be kept until this wound here has completely healed over. The overall height of this tree is not going to be any taller than this, so it's going to be cut back. And all of this that you see is going to be reduced and worked and made a little more dramatic, but this is its very first styling. So in the first styling, we just place the branches into the right direction, and then as the tree starts to grow and develop, we're going to start to adjust these branches. So next, I'm just going to prop this tree back into its plastic pot at this new angle, and I'm going to put it right back outside. And once it starts to pop, I'm going to go ahead and then actually repot it, and I'm going to remove all the soil and then go ahead and position it into a new bonsai pot. Alright, so in the spring, when I go ahead and repot this tree, I'm also then going to work on the deadwood. So stay tuned. There's going to be more videos coming out about this tree because I have a lot of work ahead. If you guys have any questions on ball cypresses specifically, or there's anything else that you guys want to see me work on, please make sure you comment below. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and I will catch you guys next time.